Israel, the Lord thy God is one. Hear, O Israel, the Lord thy God is one. Help me sing. Hear, O Israel, the Lord thy God is one. Hear, O Israel. The Lord, He is one. And thou shalt love the Lord.
I gotta look where I'm walking. I got to look where I'm going.
We're at Golan Heights. It's hot.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! It's so dangerous! Oh my gosh!
And over here, the reason we named this valley the Valley of Tears is when we eventually pushed the Syrians all the way back, and we got into the valley, and you heard those guys on the movie. We found Israeli soldiers, tank crew, with a tank rammed in a Syrian tank. And usually, tank battles take about 2 to 3 miles at a distance from each other. They never get as close as that. And they ran out of ammunition. They ran into the Syrian tank, and then stepped out with a grenade, tried to shove it through the air shaft of the Russian Syrian tank, and they were shot. They are killed on and they found the bodies, meaning the fellow soldiers that came at the counterattack, found those bodies, Israeli bodies of those soldiers, with the death grip of those grenades in their hands, trying to eliminate the threat of that tank. We're talking about altogether, I would say 37 tanks that were stretched all the way from north to the southern part of the Golan Heights. And I'm talking about from here and all the way down here. Do you know how many tanks came over here from over there? 1,500 tanks. 1,500 tanks of the best tanks to wear in the market during that time. And we didn't get yet the the night vision, kind of what we call SLS and all of that stuff, infrared. We didn't have that. We were like a bath. But God is the one that eventually did us.
Thou shalt love the Lord with all thy soul. Thou shalt love Him with all your might.
We're taking a walk through the bunker.
What is wrong with everybody today?
As you can tell, I am not trained in the military whatsoever. Some kind of artillery over here. Wow, imagine how low you have to be the entire time, you know?
At least I don't have travel insurance. I didn't even take it out.
I thought you had to.
Wow. Can you imagine, Sean? Go, go. Go, go.
I can't.
Go, Justin.
Shine a light.
Go, dude.
You go.
I'll go.
Okay, you didn't see what it looks like up there yet.
Whoa.
Okay, you get down?
Huh?
You get down?
No, you can't get out through here. That's what the soldiers look through to survey the land down in the bunker. friendly. Don't go that way. Friendly. Friendly.
Family, we walk.
Just that spot. There's their beds in there probably.
Oh, here, yeah. Thou shalt love the Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord.
All right, we're live again in Caesarea Philippi. Making our way to the top. This is the location when Jesus brought his disciples and asked them, who the man said that I am? And Peter boldly replied and said, thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. So we're making our way up to the top right now.
They also believe the lady with the issue of blood was from here. They found some archaeological evidence that she lived in this community, and possibly because of the springs, the water, it probably was able to help her with her condition, to have the pure water that they got from the spring head being here in Caesarea Philippi.
And we believe the walk was about a week.
From Capernaum, they believe it was possibly a day and a half, but from Nazareth, it could be closer to a week, depending on the route that they took. Jesus came into the coast of Caesarea Philippi. He asked his disciples, saying, whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am? And they said, some say thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, others Jeremiah, or one of the prophets. He saith unto them, but whom say ye that I am? And it's not by accident that he's asking them this question, because as you'll see in just a moment, this was an area of all sorts of different temples that were dedicated to all of these false gods. Simon Peter answered and said in verse 16, thou art the Christ, the Son of the living God. And Jesus answered and said unto him, blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh and blood hath not revealed it unto thee, but my Father which is in heaven. And I say unto thee, that thou art Peter, and upon this rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. What's interesting is that big hole that you saw as you were coming up, that area is known as the gates of hell, and it has been for many, many years. Because after it was on the back side of the temple that was built for the god of Pan, and it was where many sacrifice carcasses went into. It's a giant hole that goes down, and it was referred to as the gates of hell. So when Jesus was saying that, he was saying the gates of hell shall not prevail. In other words, all of this false teaching, all of this idolatry, all of that would not prevail against the truth of who Jesus was. So that puts this shows you a little bit about what the temple looked like. And then behind it, this black hole, so the temple actually sat in this area. You can see some of the outcroppings there.
Oh yeah.
And it sat, and this was the back that they used, that they referred to as the gates of hell.
So the back of that.
Brother Sean, what are you feeling right now? Are you experiencing it?
Paganism. Took it, and it didn't appear. That meant that the gods had accepted the sacrifice.
Okay, once you start it,
Right.
turn around.
Exactly.
So there was sacrifice down there?
And
They started with the bodies.
it wasn't just animals. They sacrificed humans. It was children, babies. It was extreme.
Thou shalt love it. Thou shalt love
Pastors, shooting home teams. He always does a great job with this. Look at him work.
Thou shalt love the Lord. Thou shalt love the Lord with all thy might. Oh, here.
If the lady with the issue of blood came from here, because they found like some archaeological digs and all that, I guess. But he was saying amazing how she lived here with all these gods, Zeus and Pan, whatever else, and still couldn't get healed.
Huh. It's true.
Thou shalt teach your children. The Word of God tells us to teach our children.